Another operation in vector is the cross product. The cross product C of two vectors A and B, denoted by vector C, is equal to A cross B. The magnitude of this vector C is AB sine theta, where theta must be an angle between 0 to 180 degrees. This angle is between the vector A and the vector B, such that this vector A and the vector B is in its positive direction. Note that C is always a positive number. The vector C is perpendicular to both A and B. This vector C here, wherein this vector C is the cross product of the vector A and B, is perpendicular to both A and B. The sense of C is determined by the right-hand rule, which states that when your fingers of your right hand are curled in the direction of the angle theta towards B, so kung ito yung kamay mo, yung daliri mo, pag siya ay kinurl mo yung daliri mo, ay nakaturo galing sa A papuntang B. So, nandun nakaturo yung fingers mo. So, the tendency is your thumb is directed upward. No? So, this right-hand rule dictates the sense of the vector C, wherein this vector C is the cross product of A and B. The cross product of two vectors are called their vector product. It can be shown that the cross product is distributive. Let's say we have the vector A, and we take the cross product of the vector A with the sum of the vector B and C. So we can only say that since this is distributive, so that's the cross product of the vector A and B plus the A and C. However, the cross product is neither associative. When we say associative, pag nauna natin kinuha yung cross product ng B and C, tapos yung answer nun ay kukunan natin ng cross product with A, hindi yan equal pag inuna natin yung cross product ng A and B, tapos yung sagot nun ay kukunan natin ng cross product with the vector C. And sabi niya dito, it is not commutative. When we say commutative, if we have the cross product of vector A to vector B, it is not equal to the cross product of vector B to the vector A. Why? Because in fact, it can be deduced from the right-hand rule that says this cross product between A and B. So let's say this is the vector B and this is the vector A. So taking the cross product of the vector A to vector B, we are considering this angle theta here, and the C here by right-hand rule is this. Now, if we have the B and A, so that's from B to A, no? So kung galing ka ng vector B, so the cross product of vector B to A, ito kasi yun yung measurement niya. So, ang right-hand rule mo dito ay tataob. No? So, ang vector C na makukuha mo ay itong nasa ilalim. Wherein sinasabi doon that the vector C, wherein that is the cross product of A and B, should always be positive. And so, according to this, the cross product of A to B is also equal to the cross product of negative B to A. Why? If this is the vector A, the negative of B can be found here. So this is the negative of the vector B. And taking the cross product of B to A, so we are taking this angle measured from negative B to A. This theta here is just equal, no, to this theta. And by right-hand rule, nakatayo pa rin yung kamay mo doon. And ang makukuha mo is still the vector C directed upward. Another interpretation for this. So, from vector B to vector A, no? Kung titake natin yung cross product ng B to A, and we will measure the angle, no, from B to A. Ito yun eh. No? So, kung kahit gagamit tayo ng right-hand rule, wherein si C is directed upward pa din, pero this angle theta na makukuha natin is now more than 180 degrees. Kasi, according dun sa properties na pinag-usapan natin kanina, our angles should range from 0 to 180. And this angle here is more than 180 degrees. So, hindi na siya magiging equal. From the definition of the cross product C, wherein this is equal to the cross product of A and B, we see that if the vector A and B are perpendicular, it is the angle is 90 degrees, then the magnitude of the vector C is just equal to the product of the magnitudes of the vectors A and B. And if A and B are parallel, the theta is either 0 or 180. The magnitude of C is equal to 0. So, anong sinasabi doon? Kung ito yung vector A, no? At ito naman yung vector B. Kung sila ay may angle na 90 degrees, no, between the A and B, itong vector C daw natin can be computed, no? Itong magnitude nitong vector C natin can be computed as the product of A and B. The reason for this is since napag-usapan natin kanina that the magnitude of the vector C is equal to AB, where A is the magnitude of A and B is the magnitude of the vector B, sine of theta. Now, if theta is equal to 90 degrees, that is AB sine of 90. The sine of 90 is 1, so therefore C is just equal to the product of A and B. Ito yon yung sinasabi niya na to. And if your theta is equal to 0 degree, no? So C is equal to 0. Why? Because the sine of 0 is equal to 0. From the properties of the cross product, we deduce that the base vectors of the rectangular coordinate system satisfies the following identities. The cross product of I and I is equal to 0, the J and J is equal to 0, and the K cross C is equal to 0. But the cross product of I and J is equal to K. The J and K is equal to I, the K cross I is equal to J. Where the equations in the bottom row are valid in the right-handed coordinate system. If the coordinate axes are labeled such as I times J is equal to negative K, J times K is equal to negative I, and K times I is equal to negative J, the system is said to be left-handed. Examples both left-handed and right-handed coordinate systems are shown in the figure. So, titingnan natin dito paano nag-work yung right-handed coordinate system and the left-handed coordinate system. So, for the right-handed coordinate system, as you can see, for this I cross J, so galing ka ng I, papuntang J. Yan. So, that's your angle. And in that case, gagamitin mo yung kanang kamay mo, no? So, galing ka ng I, iikutin mo sa yung angle papuntang J, wherein yung thumb is nakatutok dito kay K. And that is the cross product of I and J. Then, for the J cross K, so, galing ka ng J papuntang K. Yung kamay mo, no? Itutok mo sa'yo yung thumb. So, galing ka ng J, paakyat ng K, that's the rotation. Yung kamay mo ay nakatutok sa'yo, that's the cross product of the J and K, wherein that is the I. And for this cross product of K and I, so yung thumb mo nakaturo sa kanan, no? So it's the K cross I, and yung thumb mo nakaturo sa kanan, and that's J, no? Yun yung cross product nila. While in the left-handed coordinate system, as you can see here, nagpalit yung J at saka yung I. So, dito naman, left hand naman yung gagamitin natin. So, it's I cross J. I cross J, ito yon, no? So, gamit yung kaliwang kamay, iikutin mo i-curl mo yung fingers mo galing ng I to J axis. Tapos, yung thumb mo dun sa left hand is nakatutok kay K. So, that's the cross product, no? The cross product. And that's negative of K. Kasi left-handed yung gamit natin, no? And we have the J cross K. So, J cross K. Ito yon. So, yung kamay mo ay nakatutok dito kay I. So, it's negative of I. Left-handed yung gamit natin. And the K cross I is this. So, yung left hand yung gamit mo, nakatutok sa'yo yung thumb mo. So the cross product of K and I, so that's negative of J. So that's the difference between the right-handed coordinate system and the left-handed coordinate system. So how are we going to solve for the cross product of the A cross B, no? So, unang option na gagawin natin dito is using the determinant, no? So, yung idea lang na determinant.
Kukopyahin lang natin yung first and second column. So, for the first column,
we have here I, AX, and BX. And for the second column, we have here the J, the AY, and the BY. Tapos, kukunin na natin 3 by 3. No? So, ito yon, yung 3 by 3. And ito naman, another 3 by 3. And we have here another 3 by 3. Tapos, sa cross down, so we have this 3 by 3 sa cross down. Ito to. And another 3 by 3 sa cross down. And we have this another 3 by 3 sa cross down. So, for this cross up, so ito muna, we have the BX, AY, and K. So, dito we have the AY, BX, K. Then, plus, for this second here, so that's, ito tayo, si BY, si AZ, at saka si I. So, that's AZ, BY, I. And another one, ito, yung BZ, AX, and J. So, we have here plus AX, BZ, J. That's for the cross up. For the cross down, so sa cross down natin, that's I, AY, and BZ. So we have here AY, BZ, I. Sa pangalawa, that's J, the AZ, and the BX. So we have here plus AZ, BX, J. And for the third, that's K, AX, and BY. So we have here plus AX, BY, K. Okay. Then, yung rule natin dito, this is cross down minus cross up, no? So cross down minus cross up. For the cross down, we have here AY, BZI plus AZ, BXJ plus AX, BY, K minus the cross up. And for the cross up, i-rearrange natin. So, unahin natin si I. That's AZ, BYI plus AX, BZJ. Ito yun. And plus for the K, that's AY, BX, K. So simplifying this, and we would have here for the I, that's AYBZ minus AZBY. So we have here AYBZ minus AZBY I, and we have plus AZBX minus, so this AZBX minus AXBZ minus AXBZJ. And for the K, that's AXBY minus AYBX. So we have here plus AXBY minus AYBX K. No? So, para the same yung sagot natin dun sa another solution natin, what we are going to do here is to factor out this negative here, and then pagpalitin natin ito at ito. So, simplifying this, and we would have here the cross product of AB, no? So, that's the vector AB. We have the AYBZ minus AZBY I minus, unahin natin to, so that's AXBZ minus AZBX J plus AXBY minus AYBX K. For the expansion of minors, i-discuss ko muna yung idea behind the expansion of minors. For the expansion of minors, let's say we have here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. No? For the expansion of minors, let's say ang gagamitin natin is the first row. No? Ito yung gagamitin natin first row. Ang sign convention natin dito for the expansion of minors is this. We have plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. No? Since first row ang gagamitin natin, so ang sagot natin will be following this plus, minus, plus. So, paano ginagawa yung expansion of minors? First row, so A yung gagamitin natin. And that's A. Tapos, i-multiply na natin to sa 2 by 2. No? So, since A ay nasa row 1, no? ang A ay nasa row 1, ito siya. Ito yung tatamaan niya. Ibig sabihin, ang i-consider natin doon, yung 4 na to. Kasi yun yung hindi tinamaan nung column 1. So, we would have here E, F, H, and I. No? Tapos, minus. So, that's minus. Dito naman tayo kay B. B, kung titingnan natin dito, si B ay ito yung tatamaan niya. So, ang kukonsider natin itong D, G, F, at saka I. No? Yung hindi niya tinamaan. And that's D, G, F, and I. Now, this is expansion by minors. Sometimes, tinatawag din tong basket method. No? So, plus, dito naman tayo kay C. C, kung titingnan natin dito, si C ay tatamaan niya si F and I. So, ang hindi niya tatamaan itong 4 na to. Si D, E, G, and H. So, we would have here D, G, E, and H. And then, cross up, cross down lang tayo dito. So, for cross up is this. For the cross up, that's HF. And for the cross down, that's EI. No? And here, we have GF. And we have here DI. And here, we have GE and the DH. Tapos, always cross down minus cross up. So, we would have here FH. No. So, we would have here EI minus HF. Yun yung cross up niya. Multiplied by this A here. And minus yung cross down nito, that's DI. And minus yung cross down, that's DI. Minus cross up, that's GF. Multiplied by this B here. And for this, you have plus DH minus the cross up, GE. And that's C. No? So, that's one. Marami tayong pwedeng gawin with expansion of minors kasi kahit saan dito ay pwede nating gamitin. No? Halimbawa, to further discuss this, let's try another one. Hindi first row ang gagamitin ko. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Ayan. So, let's say, ang gagamitin ko dito is the second column, no? Para maiba. Second column yung gagamitin natin. So, for the second column, yung sign convention natin, so that's plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Okay, since second column ang gagamitin ko, ito yung sign convention ko. So, I have the negative of this B. Tapos, kung nasa B tayo, tatamaan ni B yung A and C. So, alin yung hindi niya tatamaan? That's the D, F, G, I. So, we have here D, F, G, I. And we have plus. So, plus. That's E. No? Kay E tayo. Since nakay E tayo, ito naman yung tatamaan ni E. So, alin hindi niya tatamaan? Si A, C, G, I. So, we have here A, C, G, I. And minus. Minus H. So, kay H, tatamaan niya to. So, hindi niya tatamaan si A, C, D, F. So, we have here A, C, D, F. Ayan. So, sa cross up, we have GF here. Sa cross down, we have here DI. And here, we have GC. And we have here AI. And here, we have DC. And here, we have AF. So, we would have negative of DI minus cross up. So, that's GF multiplied by B. Plus cross down AI minus the cross up GC times E minus this AF, the cross down, minus the cross up, multiplied by the H. So, marami tayong paraan sa pagsosolve ng expansion of minors. either you are going to make use of the first column, second column, third column, or the first row, second row, or the third row. No? So, balikan natin to. Babalikan natin to. It will be convenient, no, for us to make use of the first row. Bakit first row? Kasi ang hinahabol natin dito ay yung I, J, K. Yun kasi yung coefficients na hinahanap natin. So by expansion, using expansion by minors of the first row. So for the first row, this is I. So ang gagamitin natin dito is plus minus plus. So that's I multiplied by, kung ito si I, ang hindi tinamaan ni I is itong apat na to. So that's AY, AZ, BY, BZ. And for J, so that's minus J. Si J ay nandito sa second column. So, ang hindi tinamaan ni J ay itong AX, BX, tapos si AZ, BZ. So, we have here AX, BX, AZ, BZ. And we have here plus. So, plus yung third column, so that's K. Kung makikita natin dito, tinamaan niya tong dalawa. So, itong apat na ito hindi nang tinamaan nung K. So, that's AX, BX, AY, BY. And then, cross down, cross up lang tayo. No? So, for the cross down here, you have AY, BZ. And for the cross up, you have here AZ, BY. And for this, cross up natin, that's AZBX. And cross down, that's AXBZ. And for this, you have the AYBX and AXBY. So, cross down minus cross up. So, for this first term here, you have here AYBZ minus EZ, BY, I. And for the second, ito, so minus AX, BZ, minus AZ, BX, J. Then for this, you have plus AX, BY, minus AY, BX, K. And then, we are going to compare our answer dun sa using kanina yung 3x3 matrix, no? Using the determinant. Kukopyahin natin yung sagot natin dito sa determinant. Ito yung sagot natin kanina, no? And compare natin. So, comparing our answer dun sa sagot natin kanina, as you can see here, we have the AYBZ minus AZBY. So, that's AYBZ minus AZBYI. And for this, so you have AXBC minus AZBX. That's AXBC minus AZBX. And AXBY minus AYBX. That's AXBY minus AYBX. The same po yung sagot natin dyan.